Hello there.
The very first X-Files episode at night, ladies and gentlemen. This is Darth Elie Moses, and we are watching the X-Files for the very first time on the channel. And this is the very first recording I am doing at night. You guys wanted a recording at night. You guys wanted the atmosphere changed for the videos, and let's do it. I don't know if I should turn on the LED lighting. You know, just I don't know if that's too bright. I don't know if the LED lighting is too bright. If we change up the colors, I'm not sure. Now the other colors are not registering for some reason. They don't want to turn red. I don't know. Red X-Files light. I don't know what the mood. This feels like I'm making love to someone, even though we can't. Orange, green maybe. That's not green. Green. I don't know. You know what? I might have them off for this one. But yeah, I don't know why I picked red, because this one feels like it's about to go down baby making style. But I can't have that one. Okay, it's gonna go off. It's gonna go off just the light from the PC, and that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on? My name is Elie Moses, a 25-year-old law and film student here from Sydney, Australia. Absolutely shooting your shot today. We are up to episode 9 of the X-Files season 3. This one is titled Nisei. I'm guessing this might be a Native American term, similar to, like, you know, the blessing way and some of the terms used in those episodes. But man, I'm hella excited to watch, you know, the X-Files in this type of atmosphere, because I'm yet to do it. And maybe I'm gonna get scared crapless. So like, this can't be good. We'll see how the reaction is going to go. It could be a fun one. I don't know about the quality as well, because I don't have the ring light on. Like, if I turn on the ring light, that's cheating. We're not going to cheat. So yeah, we're going to watch the X-Files this way. We're going to get into the reaction. We're going to have some fun with this thing. And as always, baby, let's absolutely smash it. Let's go. So the comments are still flooding in on episode 6, which I uploaded today. Sorry, episode 7, which I uploaded today, in terms of like, what would you do if you had to write an X-Files episode? Now, I can provide an answer for one I thought of today as well. I was just like, you know what? I tackled a Monster of the Week type episode. And you know how X-Files tends to use, you know, real life examples or real life, you know, files, and insert them into its own story. I'm a big fan of underwater creatures. I'm a big fan of the ocean. So listen, this is a Monster of the Week type episode that it just appeared to me today. I was like, you know what, this will be actually really cool. Have you guys heard of this thing called the bloop? It's like an underwater sound that was detected in, like, I don't know if it was the 80s or 90s, and I think it ended up being sort of deciphered that it was like it was an iceberg basically falling into the ocean, and that was the sound. And you know, for a while they couldn't sort of decipher what the sound was, and everyone thought it was this like big massive underwater creature making a sound. So we used the bloop in the X-Files. Like, you know, we have a ship at the beginning of the episode mysteriously disappear, and then, you know, we have Mulder deliver to Scully the monologue about the bloop, you know, and, you know, the government said to the public, you know, it was an iceberg crashing into the water. So they said, in typical X-Files fashion. So they said, Mulder believes. And then he goes on, you know, we get the lone gunman in, you know, this underwater sound correlates with this, and then it ends up being Cthulhu. Yeah, I'm cooking. It ends up being Cthulhu at the end of the episode, like a massive reveal to Mulder. But it's one of those moments, like, you know, it's a blink and you miss moment. You know, he sees Cthulhu, or the outline of Cthulhu, and that's it. He sees it, but like no one else is there to witness it. Maybe just Mulder and Scully. That's about it. They don't have the camera. They don't have anything, and Cthulhu disappears. So the bloop was this massive underwater creature living in the earth all along, like we've seen with the X-Files episodes. There are stuff that you know, originate from the earth that are scary. That's my idea. Let's put it to work. That's just something that came to me just today. That's my creative thinking just going whack. Trademark Elie Moses. Even though underwater was made. Ryan Coogler, if you reboot the X-Files, that's mine. Hey, this girl went to the Scully school of dressing up, bro. She got the cyan jacket. I love it. We haven't seen X in a while, or the Syndicate. Been a minute. X has been MIA. Big time. He's doing some dark matter study. I swear, if these kids... The kids have crossed the train track, right? Ooh. Abandoned train compartment? Let's go. I'm getting flashbacks to EBE here. What's in the back of the truck? What's in the trailer? Uh-oh, satellite stuff. Hey, remember what Deep Throat said, man? It could be any truck you pass on the road. It could be any train compartment too. If it is alien. I don't know why I'm guessing it's alien, but just satellite, I don't know. Space stuff. Is this the train compartment? It looks like it. What are they doing here? Some sort of... Come on, show it, show it. Ooh, that's green blood, that's green blood. Are they doing like an alien autopsy? See, I think this could be one of these tricks. We think it's an alien, we think it's something, and then Scully comes and disproves it. It looks alien, and I love how they're obscuring it. Oh, we just had to get that mirror shot right there, yeah? With the green rib cages. Oh, whoa, whoa. Oh, we're just opening fire like that. Oh, damn. No hesitation. Alright, they're dead, bro. One guy could have done that. Not the whole team. Maybe it was an alien and the cleanup crew came in. Or maybe it's the syndicate cleaning up. They got into the wrong hands. I don't know about you, but that looked alien. That looked alien. That looked alien. That looked alien. Hear me out. That looked alien. Now, unless they're going to pull some, you know, animal that's never been found on Earth. A new species discovered. That looked alien. That looked like a little green guy. The truth is out there. Alright, looks like we're getting a Mythos episode.
Come on in.
Oh, Mulder look happy. He having a field day.
What are you watching?
Something that just came in the mail.
It's not your usual brand of entertainment. You spent money for this?
$29.95 plus shipping.
Mulder, this is even hokier than the one they aired on the Fox network. You can't even see what they're operating
We
on.
really doing that? The Fox network?
I mean, the setting and procedures. I mean, it does look as if an actual autopsy is being performed, doesn't it?
Well, technically, I don't know why they would be wearing gas masks.
Well, maybe it's because of this green substance they seem to be extracting from the subject. You identify that?
Olive oil? Snake oil?
See, obviously, like I was saying, this is exactly what's happening. But it looked like, obviously, we know it was a real alien autopsy. But the fact this video looks too good to be true is the reason they're going to pick it apart. So this one could be another episode, an example of like one that got away.
I suppose you think it's alien blood.
It's widely held that aliens don't have blood, Scully.
An autopsy.
Where's the alien? But what's so intriguing to me is the striking lack of detail here.
Well, what do you want for $29.95?
No, that autopsy you saw on TV was so fake precisely because it tried to show too much.
And this is real because it doesn't?
Yes, and because of this.
The shootout.
Who's selling these tapes?
Some guy in Allentown, Pennsylvania.
That was just a
Times
film
pulled
cut.
off the satellite dish at 2 in the morning.
They cut the scene right there, man. That they wanted you to think it was real. Nothing happened after that. That was just the end take. After that, the SEAL team guys were just exited out. The special ops team. They took off their costumes and they all had tea break on set. It's worth investigating. I don't know how he got a hold of that footage. That is insane. Damn.
Mulder in here. He's still warm.
That's a fresh kill. Oh, he's not quick. He's not quick at all. Bro, anyone can catch that guy. Love the slight drizzle. Love the rain. See how he kicked that bin right there?
Come on down.
Oh, Mulder. Really? Really?
I get tired of losing my gun.
He just got Chris Tucker in Rush Hour, man. Come on, Mulder.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Damn, his voice sounds so rough.
Either they can't locate an interpreter, or the interpreter they located didn't interpret the instructions and got lost somewhere. I don't know which.
That's crazy.
Try the FBI field office.
Somehow, this is a tall request in Allentown this time of night.
Oh, look at this. A beacon in the night.
Hey, Skinner, watch where you're looking, bro.
It's going.
This is a surprise, sir.
You don't speak Japanese by any chance, do you?
I wish I could. It might save us all some embarrassment.
What do you mean?
I'm up here with a federal attorney trying to sort out a little international mess. Said you made an arrest tonight.
Murder suspect, yeah.
Yeah, I'm afraid you're gonna have to release him.
What are you talking about?
According to the Japanese diplomatic corps, the man you arrested is a high-ranking diplomat.
This man sitting in here?
That's Kazuo Sakurai.
I didn't get his name. I was too busy getting my ass kicked.
What about the murder victim or the paperwork?
It's all got to be handled by some other agency. What are you two doing out here anyway?
Tracking down a video piracy thing.
I suggest you keep your nose clean and head straight back to Washington, Agent Mulder,
Piracy is a crime.
before someone takes another swipe at it.
There are powers that be at play here that,
I don't know, Mulder.
you
It
know.
just doesn't track. What would a Japanese diplomat be doing in that house with a dead man with his head stuffed in a pillowcase?
Obviously not strengthening international relations.
So what the Japanese were doing at the beginning of the episode was wrong, because I remember Deep Throat said there was some policy established between the countries or some sort of handshake agreement. I don't know if it's in writing, but there was some agreement between the countries that if they ever got in possession of an alien creature or technology, whatever, it had to be killed on sight. Like it had to be gotten rid of, right? I remember he said that, Deep Throat. So maybe that's why the cleanup crew came in, because the Japanese were doing their little, side hustle thing, doing research on the aliens themselves, and that's not allowed. And they probably got wind of it, and they're like, no, this is not allowed. We got to clean it up and get rid of it, and burn all the evidence, and they're not allowed to do that. So yeah, I don't know if the Japanese were originally a part of that agreement, if they're one of those countries, or they got a hold of it and they had no, knowledge of this agreement, but the other countries found out about it and they're like, no, we have to get rid of this. Similar to like I think it was said in EBE.
Well, what do you want to do now? Drop it?
I paid my $29.95, so I'm entitled to a few more answers.
This is a $29.95 investigation.
What are you doing?
I just remembered a piece of evidence from the crime scene that I forgot to turn in.
Whoa.
What are those?
They look like satellite photos. What would he be doing with these?
What would he be doing with a list of mutual UFO network members in the greater Allentown area with the name Betsy Hagopi encircled?
Edna Cooper.
Maybe he was going to fit her for a pillowcase, too. Why don't you stick around, get a motel room, and
The
check
hit
it out in
list.
the morning?
What are you gonna do?
I'll go back to D.C. like a good boy, like Skinner told me to do. Show these to a few friends of ours.
The lone gunman.
The name of the boat is the Talipus.
Ah, shit. Ah, shit. Damn, is his head getting drilled into? Oh no, he getting choked. Either way, he dying. Tying up loose ends. But now Mulder and Scully are separated, so this is going to be interesting because Scully's going to be alone, and I don't like it when Scully's alone. You do know how to dress though, man. You got
Hi,
great
Betsy.
wardrobe sense.
No, I'm sorry, Betsy's not here right now.
Is there some way that I could get in touch with her? I'm sorry. My name is Dana Scully.
I know you.
No, I think you must be mistaken.
We saw you. Penny, come here.
We saw you.
I'm afraid I'm not who you think I am.
Oh my god.
Yo, what's happened?
She's one.
Oh, an abductee?
On what?
One of us.
One, no. Is this like abductee? They've been abducted before, those two ladies? They've been experimented on? Is this a reference to One Breath?
Mistake. I work for the FBI.
And everything that happened with
and
Dwayne
I'm
Barry?
here conducting a murder investigation.
A murder?
Kathy, I'm here at Betsy's. Can you call the group and get everyone over here right away?
The group? Because after One Breath, when Scully came out of a coma, and I think one of the first few words she said to Mulder was, Mulder, like, don't even ask. I don't remember anything. So maybe...
A man named Steven Zinzer was murdered about 2 miles from here.
Penny, do you hear that?
Steve Zinser was murdered?
Did you know him?
He was a member of our chapter.
But you understand I'm not a member. I'm an FBI agent.
That's what you said.
But at the door you said that I was one of you.
Abductees, right?
Did you have an unexplained event in your life last year?
Yes.
Were you missing for a period of time that can't be accounted for?
Why did you ask me that?
I think you better sit down, Miss Scully.
So all the
There's some people
abductees
you're gonna
know
want.
one another? They're connected in some way? Maybe they're in the same room. No, maybe they're in the waiting room on the ship.
It's a salvage ship registered in San Diego.
And maybe the alien ships, you know, they're just as bad as medical centers in terms of wait time. So all the girls are just sitting around in the same room, just looking at each other. Yo, I remember you. Like, that's it.
We were called off and the boat put out to sea the following morning.
What an
Well, that doesn't
episode
make any sense.
to watch at night. An alien autopsy
me?
episode. A mythology
Came
one.
nonstop from Panama. She would have had to stop to refuel, wouldn't she?
I don't have all the details in my head.
Would you do me a favor? Would you see if there's any paperwork on this? See if there's a heading or a destination for the Talipus?
It might take some time.
Oh, that's all right. I'm happy to wait.
This is an eager agent, bro. You don't know who you're dealing with. That's a long hallway walk.
But I've never met any of you. I've never seen any of you before in my life.
You may not remember. You've only had one experience.
Most of us here have been taken many times.
Damn.
Taken?
So that means there's more work to
Taken
be done on
where?
Scully.
The bright white place?
Oh, here we go. Oh, she remembering.
You remember it, don't you?
A bright white place.
I don't know.
There are men there performing tests.
What men?
Back of the neck.
They don't reveal themselves. They take our memories away, but somehow they start to seep back.
Some may have come back to you, but they didn't make sense.
They did it to Mulder. Didn't they do that to Mulder? Didn't we see a little tease of that happening to Mulder in, I believe, like episode 2 or 3 of season 1 when he was at the military facility and he had no recollection? Like, they did a mini memory erase right there with what they did to him, right? And, you know, we saw in Paperclip all the medical records and stuff like that. But I believe in season 1, there were hints of this happening already. I believe in the episode when Mulder saw the alien ship on the military base and then got taken into the military base and had his memory altered, I believe. So maybe it wasn't aliens, it was men that did this to Scully, and they looks like they've done it multiple times. So there might be, you know, a reoccurrence of this for Scully.
Do you know about regression hypnosis?
Yes.
Have
But-
you ever considered it?
Is the government aware of these women
I'm
knowing
sorry.
about each other?
I don't think I'm ready to discuss this.
You're afraid to remember, aren't you? That's okay. We were all afraid at first.
Yo, where's the men's group? Where's Dwayne Barry and the boys? Dwayne Barry was on the freaking sacrificial table with the aliens. He didn't get the bright white room, bro. He got the black room of death. Mulder could have just waited. Hey, so that's why they have That's why they have Mulder and Scully separated this episode. Scully's starting, you know, to remember what happened slightly, you know, after Dwayne Barry, and then you got Mulder investigating what's happening with the Japanese, the diplomats, the cleanup job, and everything. I like this. I don't like it when Mulder and Scully are separated because they play off of each other so well, but this is integral to their characters here, especially them having been separated and what Scully's about to go through. I feel like. Kind of hurting my eyes a little bit watching it like this. So blue light glasses are coming on. Oh, yep. The Black Ops team. They couldn't wait till nighttime. This must be serious.
I don't know.
Wait,
When I opened that door and saw you standing there,
wait. Did no one hear Mulder splash the water right there? Brother, turn around. Like the other secret ops member, didn't he hear? Nah, surely one of them heard Mulder splash the water right there, right? Or did it coincide with the horn? Ooh.
I don't know.
Maybe it was spontaneous. Or not spontaneous, maybe it was simultaneous with the horn. That boat horn might have saved him right there. Maybe. But that was close proximity. I don't know how no one would have heard the water splash.
When I opened that door and saw you standing there, it was like a revelation. The image of your face was so clear to me.
But why is it that I don't remember you?
Yeah, why didn't she have the
All you
opposite?
remember in the beginning is the light. And then sometimes the faces of the men that perform the tests.
I feel like I've seen one of these in another episode, but I don't know. That wasn't a test. That was just Gillian Anderson being pregnant. That was just a chance to get her, you know, her baby bump in.
How do you know that you're not mistaking me for somebody else?
You have the mark, don't you?
Come on, Scully. You gotta believe.
What mark?
You gotta want to believe. You gotta want to remember.
On the back of your neck.
We all have them. It's where they put the implants.
Why did I have to raise him in such a creepy way?
I really have to go. I just came to see Betsy. Yes, to see Betsy Hagopian. Why are you all at her house? Where is she? And you think this is a result of her abduction experiences?
They've been taking Betsy since she was in her teens.
Damn, man.
This is what's going to happen to all of us.
She's been exposed to probably so much radiation.
I don't know if you understand this or not, Dana, but we're all going to end up like Betsy.
We're all dying because of what they do to us.
Hey, lucky Scully, it's only been once. And what's his name? Peter Boyle said she doesn't die, so she's good. She's alright. You got infinite plot armor. Maybe Skinner got wind of what was happening here and, you know, told Mulder and Scully to stay out of this one. Hence him rocking up like that to the police station. The orders had to come from him, personally. I thought I just heard monkeys, but I might be tripping. Oh no, it was the speaker. Oh bro, come on. Come on. That's not a baked bean, bro. That's not a baked bean. That's something else. That's not an eggplant as well. This has EBE written all over it again. If only they have a camera on it, man. Hey, 42. If you know, you know.
Think they found what they were looking for?
Hey, Skinner,
I
you
don't remember
can't
giving you a key.
be doing this,
I
bro.
came to see you. Obviously, I was late for the party.
I love
Yeah, I guess I
Skinner.
should really fire my maid, shouldn't I?
Skinner, after
Put
those
the
3
gun down,
episodes,
Mulder.
crazy.
Somebody else might get hurt.
Hey, he doesn't want to be held
What are
at
you talking
gunpoint in the apartment again.
Kazuo Sakurai, the diplomat that you detained yesterday,
A murder suspect.
he didn't make his flight last night.
He is now a murder suspect.
This morning, his body
No.
was found floating face down in the C&O Canal. I think we can assume he wasn't diving for pearls. The Japanese government believes that he was murdered for the contents of a briefcase that he was carrying. A piece of evidence that wasn't logged in the time of his arrest.
What do they think was in it?
I've got the State Department breathing down my neck, Mulder. The Japanese are set to prosecute this outside of diplomatic channels, so let's cut the crap.
Am I being accused of murder?
Where's the briefcase?
Says in the trunk of a rental car.
Where is she?
I don't know. I haven't spoken to her since I left her in Allentown.
Then you better find her. Because whatever you stepped in on this case is being tracked into my office, and I don't like the smell of it.
Mind if I tidy up in here a bit first?
This is bigger than me, you, or the FBI agent, Mulder.
Big time.
I hope you've got other names in your phone book, because I'm taking myself off the hook on this one. You're on your own.
Just for this one. Just for this one. At least he's not saying, like, stay out of it. He's just giving him a warning. You're on your own in this one. This is too big. Out of my jurisdiction. I love the lighting in that scene right there. You know, you obviously had the traditional sort of light bluish hue lighting as Mulder worked into the room. But then I noticed, I'm like, yo, that orange light that's, you know, passing through his, you know, his blinds right there. I'm like, that's interesting. I'm guessing that's like coming from the street lamp or the street light. I was like, that looks great. And I don't think I've ever seen that type of lighting on Mulder before in that sort of section of the house. So yeah, that must be a newly installed street lamp doing its job.
Hello, Fox. Thank you for seeing me on such short notice.
This guy looked familiar too.
I understand you're in a difficult position.
This is his...
Don't look so stunned. I'm on the intelligence committee.
I've
Secrets are the only real currency we deal in.
He's obviously the political he's the politician, right? From season 1 or 2 that was his other friend, or like he came to him and needed help. But I'm not sure if he was the one in the car that killed the Japanese guy. I think that was a different guy. But yeah, he must be on the phone book list.
Then you already know what I'm up against.
Perhaps better than you do.
We haven't seen him in a
which I
while.
assume is why you've come here.
But I've seen him in another
I
movie.
need
He's a
your
villain.
advice on how to proceed.
Return the satellite photos.
I'd be implicating myself.
A good chess player knows which pieces to sacrifice.
He was a villain in a movie, I
And when.
forgot.
But I can't afford to become entangled in a murder investigation, not now.
Why?
Because of what I've seen. Because it would give them time to bury it all where I might not find it again.
Do you trust me, Fox?
Don't trust anyone.
Then let me earn your trust with the truth.
We haven't seen this guy in a hot minute. Nor X.
Several weeks ago in Knoxville, Tennessee, 4 Japanese nationals were murdered. All prominent doctors apparently engaged in a highly classified project.
What kind of project?
The credentials, however, are a matter of public record. Past deeds which may illuminate present treacheries. Your time is limited. Before you become, as you say, entangled in this.
Yeah, we don't want to Will and
past the
Jada
point
Smith,
of
man.
Being about to fully understand or expose it.
What am I on to here?
Monsters begetting monsters.
Mulder onto something big by himself, unfortunately, because Scully's having an existential crisis right now. She having an epiphany. I don't know if it's an epiphany, but she having a big moment.
But you're fine, aren't you, Scully?
Am I? I don't know, Mulder. They said that they know me, that they've seen me before. It was freaky. They know things about me, about my disappearance.
It is disturbing.
That is freaky.
But I don't think you should freak out until we find out what this thing is.
Computer chip.
Mulder.
Probably got a lot of radiation. And lucky Scully got it out when she
Thanks,
did.
What is this?
That's a group of Japanese medical officers taken during World War II.
I've seen this man before.
No, I don't think so. Not unless you were in Japan in the last 50 years.
No, I've seen him before.
His name is Dr. Takeo Ishimaru. He's been dead since 1965. He was the commander of an elite section of the Japanese Medical Corps known as 731.
Maybe he's not
A
dead.
unit now known to have experimented on human subjects. They performed vivisections without anesthesia, tested frostbite tolerance levels on infants, exposed innocent prisoners of war to diseases, the plague.
Maybe he's still alive and he
Their
operated
Nazi
on Scully.
counterparts that were never brought to justice.
Our government? For what possible reason?
For continuing their work, the work the Nazis were doing, trying to create an alien-human hybrid.
Mulder, that is still a fantasy.
Scully, after all you've seen,
Come on.
after all you've told me, you've seen the tunnel filled with medical files.
Thank you. At least we're referencing this.
The implant in your neck. Why do you refuse to believe?
Thank you.
Believing's the easy part, Mulder. I just need more than you. I need proof.
I need the truth.
You think that believing is easy? Well, we have.
He said that believing's the easy part. I just need the truth.
Identified what those spy
I want the
photos were
truth.
Tracking. A ship that pulled a UFO off the bottom of the Pacific Ocean. A UFO that's in a warehouse right now being guarded by U.S. military personnel. A UFO that was probably carrying that EBE we saw in that autopsy tape.
What am I looking at?
Part of our government's secret railroad. Train cars used to carry test subjects. Used to conduct that autopsy we saw.
He's on it.
performed.
Where did you get this?
I love this episode.
Someone like you who wants proof. Who's also willing to believe.
But as if like Scully, after seeing the little alien embryo in the Erlenmeyer flask, as if that's not enough proof. Is that like not enough concrete proof? But I guess that's Scully's character in a nutshell throughout the entire series. She's, you know, we got Mulder already, who's a believer, a big believer. Scully believes, but she still needs more concrete proof. She wants like, the proof she wants is like, honestly, the media level proof in terms of like, she wants this to be worldwide known for her to believe. That's why she's so, like, I feel like that's the type of proof she wants. She wants like Skinner to be like, yes, Mulder's not enough. She needs Skinner to say, yes, we're going big with this. We're going public. That's the type of proof Scully needs, I feel like. I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, she's such an interesting character throughout the series. She's so like, obviously I love Scully. She's so brave. She puts her neck out there on the line a lot, man. Can be frustrating at times in terms of like her decision making. But yeah, that's what I feel like stems from her upbringing, you know, being raised as a woman of faith and struggling to believe. You know, she's had like, and again, Gillian Anderson nailing it in her performances, in terms of like her facial expressions, saying a lot, we're not saying really, you know, not needing to say anything. So yeah, I don't know, like there's been a lot of times where I'm just like, surely this is enough for Scully, but still something deep down tells her this is not enough every time. You could put an alien right in front of her. You had the little green men walking, you know, by her at knee height. It could have been Danny DeVito for all we know, but like that wasn't enough. That still wasn't enough. Like every time something happens like this to Scully, there's always something deep down within her telling her this is not enough. This is not the proof I need.
The microlithography is extremely complex. I've never seen anything even close to this density.
Any way of finding out who manufactures it?
It's high class, baby.
There are a few companies out in San Jose, a couple in Boston. Could be any one of them.
What are these chips used for?
Video games, brake systems. They're finding new apps every day. I just read about one being designed to help the severely disabled operate computers using brainwaves.
How?
Through direct electrochemical interface with the cerebral cortex.
She hasn't read about that one.
Pretty incredible, huh?
Incredibly scary.
Yeah.
Bingo. I'm surprised they left it hanging around. They didn't get rid of it. Oh, I spoke so soon. Maybe they're still... Maybe they're not done with it yet. Is that the Japanese? Like I said, I still think this episode has some sort of tie-in to... Hell nah! Is that an alien-human hybrid right there? Unless his bone structure... Bro, that either looks like an insanely depleted human. Bro, at the time, you guys couldn't pause this on live TV, but that is insane. That is such a great reveal. And then again, the X-Files doing, you know, a fantastic job at just showing you enough, showing you what it wants to show you, and the way they obscure, obviously, like with the costume color and the skin color. Oh man, that look, it's got ears like that might be an alien human hybrid and one of their test subjects. I mean, it's walking like 100-year-old man, but like, if only that was a camera lens, that wasn't some, you know, binoculars. You're not getting past that. Mulder's not getting past that. Unless they dip. The audacity on the Japanese to continue doing this after what just happened to their doctors is crazy. Like Skinner said, it's way bigger than the FBI. I feel like this episode is going to be explored much more later on as well, especially with different countries being involved. It's going to get a whole lot bigger. And Mulder knows what he saw, man. He knows what's on that train compartment right there. And like Deep Throat said, hey, it can be any truck you pass on the highway, anything. Wait, so they obtained the security camera footage again? Or is this all prior to the shootout? And that's the doctor that potentially experimented on Scully right there. Maybe he can't age. Maybe he's a duplicate. Maybe he's been cloned. It was chills. So is it Japanese doctors working on their own, or is it Japanese doctors working for the American government? They're like, you come work for us, we'll keep you alive.
Scully.
Hey, Scully, it's me.
Where are you?
Train yard in Quinamont, West Virginia. A group of Japanese men just put someone in one of those boxcars we saw on the satellite.
Someone!
I thought you said that it was our government's railroad.
Something serious is going down here, Scully.
What do you mean?
The thing they put in the train, it was alive.
Mulder,
I gotta get on that train. It took me up with a Canadian passenger train outside Cincinnati.
Mulder, I was right about Dr. Ishimaru. He isn't dead. In fact, he's on your videotape.
Bingo,
Well, that's
baby.
Where you know him from, then.
No, that's not where I know him from at all.
She having those flashes. I love the slight realization with Scully this episode. Those flashes coming back to her. Her realizing and getting those images from her abduction. Oh no, that's the guy that killed the other Japanese guy. He's like the new bounty hunter. He's the new cleanup guy. You know the guy that killed Deep Throat? He's the new version of that. Damn, he Elvis Presley did. That's crazy. Maybe this guy's an alien bounty hunter. I doubt it. He's just the government bounty hunter. Or the syndicate bounty hunter. Maybe the Japanese is not part of the syndicate. Bro, there's only 2 minutes left in it. There's got to be a two-parter, right?
It just left.
When did it leave?
Just missed it. It just pulled out of the station.
Thanks.
This has got to be a two-parter, or it's going to be one of those mysteries that just goes a-begging again.
Agent Scully.
My boy! Finally! Yes! Yes! It's been a minute. Oh, he's got
What are you doing here?
Have you spoken to Agent Mulder?
He's got the new.
No,
He's got the new
why?
stash.
He's in danger.
How do you know?
He's tracking a train. You can't let him get on it.
I don't know what you're talking
Oh
about.
no, he's always been like that. I don't know. It just stood out right there.
You've got to give word to him.
Why should I trust you? You've lied to us before.
You're wasting time.
Unless they're just gonna blow up that compartment. Mulder's just gonna let it go by.
Mulder.
Mulder, don't get on the train.
Why not?
Because they know where you are and they know what you're doing.
Who told you that?
Look, Mulder, it's just too dangerous.
Who told you, Scully?
I love that look. That is gangster.
Scully, it's coming.
Let it go.
Let it go, bro.
I can't.
Let it go. Elsa style. Let it go. We can let the stunt double go.
Don't get on the train.
Gonna do it. Stubborn ass.
Mom?
Dumbass. Stubborn ass. No, to be continued? Bro, I thought this was gonna be... Oh, no. I can't, because I have a family dinner. I was recording this right on time at night before the family dinner. I got the fam coming over, bro. I can't watch the next episode. That is a shame. That is a shame. Oh, man, that was fantastic. That was so good. As soon as I saw the clock winding down, I was like, oh, hang on a sec. I was like, is this gonna, be another one of those things? It just, we gotta let it slide. We gotta let it go. But no. Maybe, I don't know, does X want Mulder to kind of jump? Or did he not expect Mulder to jump? Because knowing X, if Mulder's that close, man, you just know Mulder's gonna do some dumb shit. And there we go, he just did. He jumped off despite the warning. So what are the stakes? What are the stakes here? What's happening? And if X is warning Mulder to stay away, this must be big. But maybe this is, maybe this is Mulder's claim to have a bigger stake in this game. Maybe he's just getting his poker chips up on the table. Say, you know what, guys? I'm a player here too. You better not treat me as some side guy with low chips that you're about to get out soon. And, you're going to bully me out of the table. No, Mulder's like, I want a seat at this table. And I love that. I love that. Oh man, because that guy, that creepy guy, or that alien human hybrid, that's on that train. Oh man, I can't watch the next episode, unfortunately, tonight. Because like I said, I got a family dinner. It's currently 5:46, and my dad's gonna be home in 15 minutes. So I can't start the next episode as much as I want to. I do hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. That episode was an absolute banger. Having Mulder and Scully separate for a little bit. Scully starting to realize and have flashes of her abduction, the tie-ins to the Japanese as well with the doctors who experimented on her. Were the Japanese part of, were they working for the syndicate and they decided to break off and do their own thing? Hence the experiment on the alien at the beginning, and hence the cleanup job and the cleanup crew, the bounty hunter guy, the assassin. Yeah, because like I said, it might tie in. I don't know if this is me just being wrong completely. Or you guys think, yo, Ellie, you actually have a good memory. It might tie into that sort of treaty that was made between the countries about, cannot experiment on an alien creature. If it ever gets into your hands, you must destroy it. And the Japanese are not doing that. And maybe the doctors have carried on their own shady stuff because, they're still loyal to their country. And they're, yeah, something along the lines of that. But it's great to see X back, Skinner involved this episode, big players involved. Still haven't seen anyone from the Syndicate. Good to see the Lone Gunman. I cannot wait. Another 2KB. Oh, I love the 2KB. The 2B continued X-Files episodes are just bangers. They're going to slap. It's going to be back-to-back like Drake. That's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. It's been Elie Moses. Take care. God bless. Peace. I'm sorry, guys. I just want to echo a few more thoughts about how fantastic that episode was. And obviously, there's still the next part. But we've had a great... this is episode 9 of season 3, and obviously we had the Blessing Way and we had Paperclip. So we've had 2 banging mythology episodes to start the season, and now we've had another one and possibly potentially another one after this. So 4 mythology episodes of the 10 episodes we've seen thus far. And the other episodes in between following Paperclip, we had a great string of episodes. I was saying we were 8 from 8, and now we're 9 from 9. But yeah, I just want to say, like, Scully wasn't abducted by aliens. So that, I don't know if that ties into, like, what the show is going for. Obviously, there's the alien conspiracy at play. There is aliens. We know that. Alien-human hybrids, alien experimentation. But maybe Scully, yeah, I don't think Scully was abducted by aliens, but was she taken aboard that train cart with the Japanese, and they experimented on her and put the chip into her? But is that, is that different from the government? I don't know. Did they, yeah, because we know the military has those capabilities to erase memories, right? And alter memories. But not completely. It doesn't seem foolproof. But yeah, it's just interesting. Scully wasn't abducted by aliens, but there's aliens involved. But I don't know if, like, Chris Carter, the creator, is trying to say here that in the end of the day, what we do to one another, human experimentation, is much scarier than the aliens at play. Like, the alien stuff is there. It's in our minds. But the human stuff, and it ties into what Mulder was saying this episode about the Nazi experiment, the Japanese experimenting with, was it polio on kids or something along the lines of that? That the human experimentations and the result of that can be much scarier than what the aliens, for instance, did to Dwayne Barry and stuff like that. Like, the whole paranoia surrounding the alien stuff is not as terrifying as what the humans are doing, the human experimentation. And you saw it right there, as they were taking that person on board the train, he in the hazmat suit. That looked like an alien, but it might be just a completely malnourished human, like he was in a concentration camp for ages, and just experimentation, lack of food, completely depleted. He just looks like an alien, but it's that terrifying. So maybe that's what Chris Carter's going for. And yeah, the mythology episodes in season 3 thus far have been absolutely sensational. We haven't even reached the halfway point. So I just wanted to comment a little bit extra on that it's insane to see that Scully wasn't abducted by aliens as we initially thought. It was the Japanese, and they're doing this little experiment with the computer chip going on, and all the other women seem, to have realized that they've had a chip inserted into them, or they've started to regain their memories, but maybe they had the chip so long in them that they were exposed to so much radiation. That's why the Betsy girl got cancer. And, Scully just got it out got it out in time before she could be exposed to any more radiation. Like, those little, like, despite it being a little chip, a little computer chip, it is deadly over time. I don't know. But bro, that was such a good episode. I just wanted to say a few more things. All right.